Hi friends, welcome to House of RhythOM. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kelsey, and this is a 45-minute hip opening slow vibe flow to help you release any unconscious tension in the physical body, specifically focusing on the hips, and also working to let go of any heaviness you might be carrying in your emotional body, the heart. So before we get started, I will say we have a few props. I am sitting up on a folded up blanket. If you don't have a folded up blanket, you could use like a folded up towel or even a small pillow. And we're just going to be using that for some extra coziness, extra comfort in our practice. And I also have with me 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, maybe you might have a couple of books you can use. And if you don't have props at all, that's totally okay. You can absolutely still participate in the practice. Just use your imagination, especially when we come to the postures where we will be using blocks. Just pretend that they're there because we're going to be using them to help us get centered. If you do have props, feel free to pause the video and go grab them. And other than that, we will go ahead and get started. So we're sitting up on our blanket, towel, or pillow, or nothing. And we're going to come to a bound angle pose or cobbler's pose. So bringing the soles of the feet together and then letting the knees fall out and open. Right away, notice how you feel in your hips here. And take this moment to explore this posture. Maybe you slide the feet further away from you, creating more of a diamond shape with your legs here and also targeting the external hips a little more. Or maybe you draw your feet in closer towards your center, getting a deeper stretch throughout the inner thighs. Notice if maybe you're happy to be still, or if you're eager to move, maybe rock side to side on the sit bones. Sometimes it's easy to feel like stuck in this posture. So take this moment to engage in any creative movement, organic movement, anything that makes you feel good, massaging the sit bones, and then slowly coming back to center whenever you're ready. And please, please, please let go of the idea that the knees need to come all the way down to the earth, because they don't. So release that expectation, just let the knees kind of hang heavy. And if you would like, you can actually grab your blocks and bring your blocks under your knees, letting your knees rest on the blocks just for extra support. Find what feels good for you. And then wrap your hands around your ankles, extend the thumbs, and just take this moment for self-massage by massaging the soles of the feet with the thumbs. A moment for self-love, sending some gratitude, some TLC to your feet, which we don't do enough, right? Even though our feet do so much for us. So take this moment to relieve any tension from the toes to the ball joints of your feet, all the way down to the heels, maybe the backs of the ankles, the tops of the feet. Just send yourself some love through touch. And then once you feel satisfied, go ahead and rest the palms wherever is comfortable. So maybe back on the ankles, maybe gently on the knees, wherever feels good for you. And sit up nice and tall, head over heart, heart over hips. Allow your shoulders to relax down and away from the ears. Let go of any tightness throughout the skin of your face. Relax the jaw and the forehead. And if you would like, allow the eyes to close and settle in here. And start to welcome your breath by creating a directional breath all the way down to your belly. So inhaling fresh air through the nose, feeling it travel through the throat and into the lungs, and pull that air all the way down to the belly so that your belly expands. As you exhale, the navel draws back in towards your spine, flipping the direction of your breath and releasing it from the nose or the mouth. Again, inhaling all the way down to the belly, creating that space behind your navel. And exhaling, allowing the belly to contract, emptying the lungs and sending the breath out and away. Again, inhaling all the way down to the belly, feel the rib cage expand, filling the torso up with a bunch of fresh air. And exhaling, releasing all the air that you possibly can, so that your next inhale is big and buoyant all the way down to the belly. And completely release the breath. On your next breath in, visualize that inhale traveling down past the belly and all the way down to the tip of your tailbone, and feel the space it creates throughout your hips and your sit bones. And as you exhale, maybe the knees relax a little more. Maybe the thighs become a little bit more heavy, shoulders soften a little more. Connecting to your breath's power to break up tension. Again, inhaling down past the belly all the way to the base of your spine. Feel those muscles in the hips expand with that fresh air. And exhale, feel a little softer in your space. Beautiful. Continue to allow the breath to just wash over you, to cleanse you of any tension in the mind, the body, and the heart, so that you can feel lighter and move with more ease. Now you can stay here if you would like. Go ahead, if you would like to stay here, go ahead and bow your chin towards your chest. But if you want to travel a little deeper in this posture, maybe you walk the palms forward, start folding from the hips as you extend the arms out in front of you, drawing your nose towards the earth as far as is comfortable. Listen to your body and feel the muscles of your upper back stretch every time you inhale and soften every time you exhale. Whatever version you're in, whether you have the arms extended or not, still continue to visualize your breath traveling down to your hips, and notice what that action does to your entire body. Keep your sit bones grounded to the earth. Keep breathing deeply and fully, creating space in the muscles of your hips as they externally rotate. As you bow to yourself within, bowing in stillness, I'd like to offer you a mantra to carry with you as you move through practice. I embrace every moment of space. I embrace every moment of space. I embrace every moment of space. Take a moment, focus on that message. Let those words move through you along with your breath, and honor your practice as a time to bring in space. Allow yourself to reset and replenish by building space in the body so that it's easier for you to let go of any heaviness you might be holding on to. Keeping your being spacious through the power of your breath and through the power of intention. Inhaling deeply to deliver ease, and exhaling completely to spark freedom. Take a deep breath in to gaze forward, and as you exhale, slowly walk the palms back if you have them extended, sitting up nice and tall. And then we'll inhale, sweep the palms up to the sky, taking up space, spread the fingertips wide, and breathing out, hands come together and down to your heart space. Reach your sternum towards your thumbs. Feel your heartbeat through your thumbs. Notice what it feels like to be in your body. I embrace every moment of space. Inhaling those words in, exhaling them out. Awesome. From here, go ahead and set your blocks aside if you use them. And you're going to keep this left knee falling out and open. And you're going to pick the right knee up so that you plant your right foot down to the earth. Peek at me if you need to. So once you're here, you're going to let that right knee fall in. So your left hip is externally rotating, your right hip is internally rotating. From here, we're going to plant the fingertips down to the earth so that they're framing the left knee. Now on your next breath in, we're gonna raise that right knee up towards the sky as far as is comfortable. You might come all the way down to the sole of the right foot, or maybe not, and that's okay. As you exhale, slowly, mindfully let it fall back down. So we're just creating some mobility in the hips. Inhale to raise it up. Exhale, slowly let it fall. Again, inhale to raise. Exhale to fall. Nice and slow, listen to your body. One more time to raise it up, inhale. And this time as you exhale, go ahead and extend that right leg out long. Flex those right toes up towards the sky and bring that left foot in closer so that the sole of your left foot meets the inner right thigh. We're gonna inhale, sweep the palms up. As you exhale from the power of your center, dial your heart space over to the right, allowing your torso to be centered over the right leg. Inhale to reach a little higher, creating space throughout the side bodies. And as you exhale, think up and over as you hinge forward from the hips, leading with your chin and allowing the palms to fall wherever is comfortable. So maybe to the earth outside the legs, maybe to the shin, the ankle, or if it's in your practice, maybe you reach for the toes. Take a deep breath in to gaze forward once more. And as you exhale, slowly guide your nose towards your right knee. As far as is comfortable, close your eyes, notice how you feel here. You can keep that right knee bent if that's more comfortable for you. But allow yourself to embrace the space you're creating throughout the right hamstring, also the left side body. Breathing deep, listen to the sound of your breath. Use your breath to find depth, to find expansion, to find space. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale to gaze forward past the toes. And as you breathe out, slowly walk the palms back up the leg and lift through the spine. Then from here, we are going to allow this right knee to fall out and open. So bringing the right foot in, picking up the left knee so you can plant the left foot down, and then letting that left knee fall in. So now the right hip is externally rotating, the left hip is internally rotating. Sending the fingertips down to the earth to frame your right knee. And then we will inhale to raise the left knee up as far as is comfortable. Both sides are going to be different from each other, so welcome that if you notice any new sensations. And exhale to let it fall. Nice and slow, moving with intention. Inhale to raise it up. Exhale, nice and slow, let it fall. Again, deep breath in to lift, opening that hip up. Exhale, let it fall. Nice and mindful. Inhale to raise. Exhale to extend the left leg out long. Bringing that right foot in closer to the inner left thigh. Flexing the left toes this time. Remember, you can keep a slight bend in this left knee if that feels good for you. And we will inhale, sweep the palms up to the sky to take up space. Exhale, dial your heart space over to the left this time. Torso centered over the left leg. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, think up and over as you hinge forward, folding over the left leg this time. Palms come wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale to gaze forward to lengthen the spine a little more. And exhale, nose towards the knee as far as is comfortable. Listen to your body meet your edge. So your edge is that point in a stretch where you welcome sensations without causing pain. So guide yourself to your own edge and use your breath to find depth into the stretch. And notice any differences on this side. And as you fold inward to yourself, remember your mantra. I embrace every moment of space. Transforming those words into pure energy, taking a deep breath in to infuse your entire being with their energy, and exhaling them out, sending their positivity back out and into the world. Inhale to gaze forward past the toes, and exhale, slowly walk the palms up the leg, lifting through the crown of your head. Awesome. From here, we're going to guide both knees up and into the chest, let them fall to one side or the other, and then walk your palms forward, meet me in all fours. So if you have a blanket, you can adjust that blanket to where you bring them under your knees just for a little extra coziness, or you can completely set the blanket over to the side. Whatever feels good for you, but we're coming into a tabletop position with the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Tailbone reaches back, crown of the head reaches forward. Draw your navel up and in. Lift your heart here. Press away from your foundation. And on your next inhale, you're going to extend the right leg out long. Keep the toes lowered to the earth as you spike that right heel back. From here, you're going to send that right leg out to the side. Plant the heel down. So try your best to bring your right foot in line with your right hip here. And we're going to take our cat-cows from here. Deep breath in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, reach the crown of your head to the sky. As you exhale, slowly tuck the tailbone, drawing your navel up and in, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, dropping the belly. Notice what this motion, how it affects your right hip. Exhale, slowly round the spine. So your right hip's going to slightly move forward as you round the spine. Inhale to stretch the belly. Gazing up to the sky, the right hip slightly moves back, creating mobility in the hips. One more time. Rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Awesome. Inhale to find that neutral spine, that flat back. From here, as you breathe out, you're going to start to walk that right foot to the outside of your right hand. And if it's available to you, you can slide your left knee slightly back so that you create a little bit more space in the hips. But we are not dumping our weight forward here. We don't want to dump our weight into that right knee. We want to pull this right hip crease back so that we're still staying lifted and supported. And if you'd like, you can grab your blocks here. Bring your blocks under your hands. So your hands are still under the shoulders here. And you can adjust the blocks at whatever height feels comfortable. And as you breathe through this stretch, you can shift the blocks at different height, gradually going deeper. So whatever feels good for you, or maybe you don't use the blocks at all. But this is a great hip flexor stretch. This is a great posture to come into, especially if you work at a job where you have to sit all day. This is great for developing flexibility in the hip, releasing any tightness, releasing any of that stagnant energy in the hips that comes with sitting all day. So breathe through it. You can even slightly open that right knee up, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot to go a little deeper, but listen to your body.
They're really tough and they're really rough.
Slow breath in through the nose.
But there's something inside of you that says,
Long breath out the mouth. I embrace every moment of space. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to start to shift the hips back so that you can slide your right foot back and lower the right knee down, coming back to all fours. So adjust the hands, adjust the knees so that you are in line. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Deep breath in, extend the left leg out long. Toes are to the earth. Draw that navel in. And as you breathe out, you're gonna slide the left toes out to the left. Plant that heel down. So as best you can, left foot is in line with your left hip. And a few more cat-cows here. Notice any differences on this side. We tend to be tighter in one hip over the other. So welcome that. As we inhale, sweeping the tailbone up to the sky and gazing up, dropping the belly. Exhaled around the spine, hugging your front body in towards your back body. Inhale, stretching the belly, stretching the front abdominals. Exhaled around through. Press the mat away. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the throat. And exhaled around through. Notice that left hip. Notice its mobility. Inhale, flat back, nice long spine. As you exhale, walk that left foot forward outside of your left hand. And remember, you can slide your right knee back just to travel deeper into the stretch. But remember, we're not just relying on gravity to get us here. Pull this left hip crease back. Left knee stacked right on top of the left ankle. And grab your blocks here. Maybe you didn't use the blocks on the other side, but maybe you use them on this side just for an extra lift. Breathe deep. Find a variation that works for you. One that inspires deep, full breaths. Maybe you even send that left knee out and open, coming onto the outer edge of the left foot, getting a deeper stretch through the left hip. But listen to your body. Notice what sensations you're experiencing. And use those sensations as like messages from your body, and respond with respect, respond with patience, and with self-love. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, start to send the hips back so you can slide the left foot back and lower to the knee. So coming back to all fours. Whoops. Pretend you didn't see that. Once you're in all fours, start to send your hips back to your heels. Walk the palms forward and lower the forehead down. If your forehead doesn't quite reach the earth, grab your block. Bring your forehead to your block. Find what feels good for you. Listen to the sound of your breath. Follow your breath inward as you melt your front body towards the earth, rounding the spine. And just finding where you can soften. Relax the skin of your face, relax the belly. Let the arms melt into your mat. And embrace this space for rest, this space for stillness. I embrace every moment of space. I embrace every moment of space. Inhaling to gain space throughout the body. And exhaling to let go of any heaviness, any tension, anything that is holding you back from your true potential, anything that's holding you back from your truest self. Once you're ready, inhale to gaze forward, and as you exhale, come to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. If you're on the block, go ahead and set it over to the side. Once you're ready, we'll inhale, tuck the toes under, and exhale, send your hips up and back. Downward dog, melting your heart towards your thighs as you open through the shoulders. Paddle push through the feet. lengthening the hamstrings as you lift your hips up high, draw your navel in, hug your lower rib cage in. And if your back is starting to round, bend the knees a little more so you find that full extension of your spine. Gazing at the feet or the ankles as your head reaches at the natural extension of your spine. Grounded in your space. Press into the palms evenly. Press into the fingertips. And feel supported here. Once you are ready, we're going to inhale, lift the heels, come up onto the ball joints of your feet. And as you exhale, lower the heels down. From here, walk the feet out wide, about as wide as your mat. Let the toes spill off the edges of your mat. Inhale here to gaze forward, and as you exhale, slowly walk the feet up to the outsides of your hands. Once you're here, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower the hips down, sinking the tailbone down, bending deeply in the knees. You're coming to a deep squat. If you come up onto the ball joints of your feet, that is a-okay. Great variation. Or you can leave the heels grounded. Whatever feels good for you. Whatever aligns best with what feels good in your body, the muscles of your hips. You can also grab one block or both blocks and just lower the tailbone down to your blocks. So we're trying to get our tailbone down so that we can lift our heart forward. You can stay here with your fingertips on the earth for support, or maybe you bring your hands together at heart center and use your elbows to kind of press your knees out a little more, deepening that stretch in your hips. So creating space in the body so that it's easier for you to release any unconscious tension, any negative energy, stale, stuck energy, and creating more room in the body to gain positivity. And if you are dealing with painful or uncomfortable tight hips, embrace this moment of space that will guide you to healing. So breathe deep here. Imagine sending your breath all the way down to the tip of your tailbone. Feel those muscles around your hips expand with that inhale. And soften with that exhale. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Skin of the face is relaxed. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower the hands back down if they weren't already. And then you're going to lift the hips up, coming to a fold, and then go ahead and walk the feet under the hips. Let the crown of your head hang heavy. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Whatever feels good. Release any tension from your low back. And let any heaviness just spill out from the crown of your head. Any heaviness that comes with toxic thoughts, any harmful self-talk, heaviness that comes with stress. Just let it fall here. Maybe you shake the head yes, or shake the head no. Sending away anything that no longer serves you. Creating more space in the body for new beginnings and new possibilities. Once you're ready, go ahead and bend the knees, inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to plant the palms and take a big step back with the left foot. Start to bend the right knee, lower the back knee, flip the back toes. If you'd like, you can grab your blanket and bring it under your back knee for extra comfort. So we're coming to a low lunge. Press into the top of your back foot here. And then once you're ready, we're going to walk the right foot over to the left hand and let that right knee fall out and open, drawing the right heel in towards your center so that you can lower the right shin and lower the hips down till you find that gentle stretch. So your right hip is externally rotating. Right away, notice if you're collapsing into this right hip. We want to stay lifted and centered. So if you have a block, grab your block, place it under your right sit bone. And if you don't have a block, this is where use your imagination. Pretend a block is under that right sit bone. Stay centered. pull your shoulders back, deep breath in. And if you want to go a little further, as you exhale, start to walk the hands forward and reach your forehead towards the earth. Maybe you grab that second block and bring your forehead to your block. Breathe deep here. We tend to hold unconscious tension in the body. So stress from trauma, emotional tension, feelings of anger, frustration, sadness, anxiety, all of those emotions can manifest in the body as tight or painful hips. So when we come into these deep hip openers, it's really common to experience those emotions. So if that speaks to you in this moment, if you're experiencing any of those negative emotions, I encourage you to welcome them, to feel them, to embrace them without any resistance or judgment. Just meet yourself where you are and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling in this moment, and know that it's okay. Know that you're supported. Embrace this space to sit with your emotions. It's so important to sit with your emotions because we tend to spend a lot of time trying to avoid them. And that's why yoga practice is so beautiful, because it kind of pushes us to look inside of ourselves and see what's there. And when we do that, we can experience freedom. So embrace this space for self-exploration and for connecting to your emotions. Continuing to send your breath all the way down to your hips. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, start to come back up onto the palms, lift the crown of your head, remove that first block. Plant the palms down, press into your foundation. You're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee so that you can lift your right sit bone and take that block out from underneath you. From here, draw your navel up and in. Connect to the power of your center, deep inhale, and as you exhale, lift your hips up and send that right foot back to meet the left, downward dog. Paddle push through the feet. Notice how one leg might feel different than the other. And then once you're ready, we're going to inhale to gaze forward, bend your knees, and as you exhale, take a walk up to the top edge of your mat. Forward fold once again. Head hangs heavy. Let gravity do the work here for a moment. Spine drapes over your thighs. Knees bend if they want to bend. Consciously rooted in the soles of your feet. As you allow any stress, any stale or stuck energy, just spill off the skin of your back body. Spill from the crown of your head, sending it out and away from you. Once you're ready, we'll inhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, and exhale, big step back with the right foot. Lower the back knee, flip the back toes, left knee is bent over the left ankle. Press into the top of your right foot. And remember, you can always use a blanket under that back knee if you'd like. And then once you're ready, we're going to walk that left foot over to the right hand. Let the left knee fall out and open, guiding that left heel in towards your center if you would like. So you can lower to the left shin, lower the hips down. And remember, we're staying lifted and centered here. So to help you with that, again, grab a block, bring it under your left sit bone. We don't want to collapse our weight into that left hip. Again, press into the top of your right foot and press into the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, pull your shoulders back, opening your chest forward to create space in the heart to release any emotional turmoil. And then if you would like, maybe you walk the palms forward, melting your front body towards the earth, grabbing a block if you want to use it to support your forehead, or maybe your forehead comes all the way down. Close your eyes, notice how you feel here. Notice what feelings come up. And remind yourself that your strength is not determined by the heaviness that you carry. And just thank yourself for making the conscious effort to set an intention to release any heaviness you might be holding on to. And if you just stepped on your mat today to relieve any muscle tightness or connect to your physical body, You'll still step off the mat with a mental clarity and an emotional clarity, because the body and mind are connected as one. And when you tend to the physical body, you're tending to the emotional body, the logical body, and the energetic body. So embrace this space to self-explore and to self-discover. Breathing into that left hip and still pressing into your foundation. I embrace every moment of space. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come back up onto the palms, lift the crown of your head. If you had the forehead lowered, set that block aside. And from here, we're going to release this block under your left sit bone, and then you're going to lower the left hip, rolling onto that left hip and pulling the back leg forward. Go ahead and plant the feet to the earth, bending your knees, step the feet out wide, plant your palms beside and slightly behind you. Fingertips can turn in or out, and then just windshield wiper the knees here. So deep breath in, exhale, knees fall to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, let them fall to the left. Inhale to center, and again, let them fall. And just sync this up with your breath. Go at your own pace, moving the body with the flow of your breath, continuing to show some love to the hips. Awesome. Let's go ahead and even it out. So one more on each side. And once you're ready, go ahead and slide one leg out long and then the other. Lower down to the forearms and lower down to the shoulder blades. So lying on your back here, you can always use your blanket as a little pillow for a little extra comfort. And then once you're ready, you're going to slide your feet up towards your sit bones. And then you're going to draw the knees in towards your chest. And from here, we're going to go into happy baby. So your hands can come to the knees, the shins, the ankles, or maybe if it's in your practice, you can reach for the outer edges of your feet. So the knees are going to separate here. On your next breath in, you're going to separate the feet and extend the soles of the feet to face the sky. Knees are bent, and just start to kind of tug on the soles of your feet, drawing your knees in closer towards you, opening the hips, and also tending to the spine. And maybe you rock side to side, massaging your back body. Close your eyes. And this is called happy baby. So lift the corners of your mouth, smile, find some joy here. Send some gratitude to yourself for showing up. And then once you feel satisfied, slowly come back to center. Release the hands, send the feet down, bring your hands to your belly. From here, you're going to cross the right knee over the left. And then you're going to pick up your hips and guide your hips over to the left here. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your knees fall to the right. As far as is comfortable, shoulder blades are grounded, left sit bone comes up off of the earth. Continuing to create space in the muscles of our hips so that we can release any unconscious tension, any negative feelings that have maybe stored themselves in the muscles of our hips. Close your eyes, notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in, slowly come back to center. Uncross the knees and bring your hips back to center. And then we'll switch. So cross the left knee over the right. Press into the sole of your right foot so you can pick the hips up and guide them slightly to the right. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. Right sit bone comes up off the earth as the shoulder blades stay grounded. Notice any differences on this side. And remember your mantra. I embrace every moment of space. I embrace every moment of space. Let those words flow through you along with the flow of your breath. And take a deep breath in to bring your knees back to center. Exhale to uncross, and then guide your hips towards the center of your mat. And then from here, draw your knees up and in towards your chest. Bring your hands to your knees, or maybe you wrap your arms around your shins, or you can bring your hands just behind your thighs, let your feet hang heavy. Just hugging your knees in towards your body. Again, maybe rock side to side. Find soft, easy movement. Close your eyes. Make a wish. And once you're ready, slowly come back to center. Release the hands. Send the feet down to the earth. And if you have time, I encourage you to come to an extended Shavasana, sending both legs out long, guiding your heels to the outer edges of your mat and letting your toes fall out and open. And if you do have a blanket or a towel, feel free to unfold that blanket and cover yourself up. It's really common to get kind of chilly in final relaxation, so use that blanket to give yourself some warmth. Wrap yourself in compassion. And then rest your hands by your sides, flipping your palms open to the sky, relaxing your bones and your muscles. So I encourage you to be here as long as time allows, just letting your body and mind be still, allowing yourself to surrender to gravity, closing your eyes if you haven't already, and just relishing in this relaxation, allowing your breath to return back to its natural ebb and flow. And taking this time for self-reflection, taking this time to just do nothing. So feel free to pause the video and stay here as long as you possibly can. But if you don't have time, if you must boogie on out of here, I invite you to join me in a full body stretch. So bringing the feet together at the end of your mat. And inhaling, sending the arms up and overhead, stretching from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And as you breathe out, draw your knees up and in towards your chest so that you can turn over onto your favorite side, planting your free palm to the earth. Deep breath in here. And as you exhale, press into your free palm, extend your top leg, and slowly guide yourself up to a comfortable seat of your choice. Taking your time getting there, grounding the sit bones, lengthening the spine, head over heart, heart over hips. And then once you're ready, we'll inhale, sweep the palms up to the sky, taking up space. And as you exhale, hands come together and down to your heart, allowing the nutrients of your practice to fall into place. And if you'd like, you may bow to yourself. And before I send you on your way, I offer you one last moment to connect to our mantra. So I invite you to say these words out loud with me so that they really resonate before you step off your mat and into the best version of yourself. I embrace every moment of space. My wish for you is that you carry this message with you into the rest of your day or evening and into the rest of your week. Let these words remind you to take up space and embrace that space because you're worth it. Thank you so much for joining me, for sharing your valuable time with me, sharing this practice with me, and allowing me to guide you. I encourage you to explore the House of Rhythm website for more videos to deepen your yoga practice. And may you be held in love, light, peace, and joy. The awesome in me bows to the awesome in you. Namaste.